Lostboys Cypher Circle is back in session. What's going on, everybody? This is home of all things artistic. As I always say, you got a poem, a rap, a song, some music you made, some artwork you made, or just a conversation you want to have. This is the place to come get your thoughts and feelings and stories and whatever the hell else heard. So if you didn't know that, now you do. If you're interested in coming on the show, as always, message me on Facebook at Dylan Lawler, or you can email me at lostboy420x@gmail.com. That's lostboy420x@gmail.com. Before we get started, as I always say, I want to take a second to talk about mental health because it's important to me. It's important to all of us. It should be important to a lot more people, and so I try to bring awareness to it and shine some light on it. And, so I just want to say, if anybody else is going through stuff, which I know we all are, just keep your head up. Know that we have gone through this. We have gone through similar things and struggles before, and we will get through this again. And it's all about just pushing forward to get into those brighter times. And if you're struggling, it's always good to talk to someone. A friend, family member. As I always say, there's someone out there to talk to. You can message me on Facebook and I'll talk to you. Like, there's someone out there. You can also seek help at betterhelp.com, which is an online therapy group. They'll hook you up with an online therapist in like 2 days. And if you don't vibe with that therapist, they'll switch it out with another one until you find someone that's easy to talk to. There's also a lifeline crisis. You can call 988. They have a lifelinecrisis.com website that goes with it, but the hotline is 988. You can text or call. So I hope people find some help there. And yeah, moving on with the show. I apologize up front. I had a busy week. I was not able to get a vote out and do the whole feature artist thing for you guys, but I do want to give a shout out to all our artists last week. They were all phenomenal, as always, fantastic artists, and as always, I can't wait to have them up again. So tonight we had a few technical difficulties, a few delays, a few artists that couldn't make it, but it's all right. We're gonna get them back up here. So this isn't the crew I expected, but they're still fantastic artists, and they've all been up here before, and I can't wait to see what they got. So the first one I'm gonna bring up is Leanne. You might remember her from our, I believe, second or third episode. She came in and she had some really deep emotional stuff, and yeah, so I can't wait to see what she's got for us this time. I'm gonna play a flyer and get her up here. Let's see here.
Angels come, angels go. Why they come, we don't know. To bring us happiness, joy, and sorrow. Some come fast, some come slow. Through the rain, the sleet, and snow. So many angels in this world. So many angels we adore. Angels come and angels go.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, you got yourself muted. Oh, hang on, I got you. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. You good? You can hear me? Okay, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Pushing through it. The show must go on. We've had, whatever happens, the show must go on. I kind of got some last minute replacements here, and but I'm hoping it's gonna be a good show because it always is. The people I bring on here, man, they never disappoint me. So
right on.
Yeah. So how you been? How you been since last time?
Oh man, I've just been going through it, but I'm hanging in. Gotta hang in.
Yeah. Keep using the pen, get that out there, and you know what I mean. That's what I've been doing. When I go through it, I just leak it out onto the pad and hope that kind of releases something.
Right.
For sure. So you've been on here before, but for those people who don't know you, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and like what got you started writing and whatnot?
Man, I've been writing since I was 14, since my grandpa died, and just been, it's just been one tragedy after another with my family and stuff. Like, a lot of them was dead and gone. So, like, and we've all been through it. Like, but it is what it is, and we can only make it better, So, hanging in tight.
Absolutely. I feel that. I feel that. I've definitely had some friends and family members pass away, and it definitely affected me and my writing a lot. A lot. I mean, when it affects you, it affects your writing because it's so much a part of you. And so yeah, I
Right.
definitely understand the tragedy influencing the art and how that you use that as a like coping mechanism to deal with it.
Sure
That's,
enough.
that's what it's for. That's what it's for. Yo, so what are you gonna do for us tonight? What's the first piece?
The first piece is like more about the mental awareness, So
Okay,
like
good, good.
whole
We
life,
like that.
well, I mean, I've been trying to get the mental awareness out there, because there's a lot of suicidal people, man. So, and I've committed suicide, and I'm just lucky enough that I got to come back from it, like God saved me, and yeah, like I came back for a reason, you know what I mean? And yeah,
Wow,
it's deep, it's
that's
deep.
that's amazing. We're if you don't mind me asking, were you in like a coma?
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, for over 6 months. Look,
ooh, wow.
uh,
Yeah.
23rd, September 23rd, I had a beautiful little baby girl. It was 2018. I had a beautiful little baby girl. She only lived for 3 days because I couldn't stop shooting dope. You know what I mean? And her lungs weren't developed all the way. So it really messed me up deep inside. You know what I mean? I felt like I didn't have a reason for living. So December 4th of 2018 rolled around and I took 60 Klonopin, 60 Prozac, 90 Neurontin, and injected myself with 200
Ooh,
cc's of insulin. I was DOA. I was DOA.
yo,
And my mom, and yeah, my mom doing CPR on me and stuff. And the last thing I remember was my stepdad sliding down the wall saying, "Please don't take my daughter." And I didn't get out
God,
of the hospital until June of the next year, but June of the next year, you know what I'm saying? But I came back for a reason. I'm here for a reason. And yeah, mental awareness is where it's at, straight up.
100%. Wow, that is a tragic and uh that's some hard shit, man. That's some hard shit. But I'm glad that you got through it and you are here where you are now and fucking looks like you're doing a lot better. So
Yeah, fighting strong, man, fighting strong. I went all the way to California and got sober, rocking it, man, doing what I need to do,
good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, straight up.
Well, well, thank you for still being here and blessing us with your presence on Earth and on the show.
Already. Thank you.
Yeah. So what's this first piece called?
It's gonna be called Voices.
All right, cool. I'm gonna drop myself down here and let you get to it.
All right, cool. All right, so this one's called Voices. I wrote it like a couple of years ago because of my stepdad. So here we go. As the feelings and the voices start flooding and rushing faster and faster through my brain, wondering when you will finally have peace and love finally flow through your veins. Do you hear any voices in your brain? Shh, one says, I'll show you a way. As one other starts to say, you shut the fuck up, I run this place. As another, as one more starts yelling and screaming and saying, you shut the fuck up, I'll hit you in the face. Another says, Shh, you shut the fuck up, this is my place, I have all to say. As one more voice comes to say, "Want to play? I'll show you how to be happy and gay. Maybe hit a bitch once or twice and show 'em all that I'm a real tough guy. I got all the pride. Make you my wife. Don't you be shy. I'm also a gentle guy. I'll make you feel as if you were able to fly. Fuck my life. Which voice is right? Which one do I choose this time? Every day, new voices in my mind. What to do this time in this phase of my life." And that's it. That's all I got.
I like that one. I like that. I have one that's kind of similar. It's called Speaking to Demons, where I kind of go back and forth between like my inner self and like my inner like darkness and demons. All the dark dots and bad shit that you have, and I like the duality, of like the different voices and the different things they're telling you and whatnot. That's super dope. That's super dope. I like that one. I like that one. It's got a good flow too. It's got a good flow.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like that. So, when did you write that, and what inspired it?
Man, I wrote it a couple of years ago, and my ex-stepdad, man, he's just really mean to my mom all the time and always hitting her and stuff. And like, my mom had never had no boys. You know what I'm saying? It's always just been us girls. And man, I had to put him down on it. You know what I'm saying? I had to put him down on it and just tell him like, look, well, I'm done with you hitting my mama. I'm done with these voices in your head telling you that my mom is a demon and all this and all that. I'm done. And I had to beat him up. So you know what I mean? That's what inspired it. But we got to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, just like any bully in life, if you stand up to them, they usually back down because most bullies are pussies.
Right, man. Right, man. He
100.
stuck in it 15 years though, man. He did. He stuck in it 15 years, but man, no more. I didn't have no more after that last draw, man. Yeah, the last draw.
Well, props to you. Props to you for standing up.
Man, thank you, Dylan.
Yo, so I'm gonna bring see if August is on here. I'm gonna bring August up here and see if she has any questions or comments for you. August, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, cool. Do you have any questions or comments for Leanne?
I just, I don't have a question, but I do have a comment. I just love that you kind of like put together like that type of story. Um, because it is a story that people like hear about but don't fully understand the feelings and emotions that go behind it until they experience it for
Right.
themselves. So it's something that hit home for me. And it's one of those things like I tell anybody who comes on here and shares something like that really goes deep into roots of like past trauma or abuse or mental health. Like it's really brave to come forward with that type of story and put it into those words.
Oh yeah. Well,
100%.
thank you, August.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for your feedback. I'm gonna drop you guys out of here, and I'll play August Flyer real quick, and we can get her up here for her first piece.
All right.
Cool.
Pour your words into me, lies of love and care, words of bitterness and hate, words of judgment and cruelty, words released from unfiltered anger, then follow it with fake apologies. And watch as my porcelain starts to crack at the edges. Watch as I crack and continue to pour your hate into me. Whenever I crumble and break, toss me out and buy a cup made of polycarbonate, for maybe that won't break so easily.
I like that one. I always listen to all the flyers right before I put them up, and I've obviously listened to yours a couple times because I've had you on a few times.
Yes.
That one always hits me
Yeah.
for sure. How you been?
I've been going through it, honestly. um, things have been a bit rough recently, but I'm slowly trying to get myself back together again. I'm still going to classes in school though, so that's always been a nice distraction still, and still writing.
Good, good. Stay writing. Stay writing. You're super
Yes.
talented, and you need that to keep your head above water. Like I keep saying, like that's what it's for. It's that therapy.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on last minute. Literally, I mean, I messaged you 5 minutes before the show was supposed to start, and you came through in minutes, and that's awesome. So thank you so much.
Yes. No problem.
Uh,
I love coming on.
yeah, yeah, I love having you on. You're definitely one of my favorite artists. I think last time you were on was the birthday episode.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that was fun. That was
It
fun.
was.
Yeah, I'm completely surprised, but happy that we pulled that off.
Yeah, it was a really fun night.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what are you gonna do for us tonight?
This first poem is called Hanahaki disease. Something I genuinely wrote like 3 hours ago.
Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool. I got something for later that I actually literally wrote earlier this afternoon. It's the first time I've ever done something, off the cuff, without
Yes.
editing it for hours. So that's awesome. We're bringing new shit out tonight. Cool. I'll drop myself out of here, and you can get going.
Awesome.
So all right, hold on. What was the title again?
Hanahaki disease. It's a
Okay.
Japanese phrase.
Okay.
I loved you fully and unconditionally. I loved you despite the pain and torment of everything you have put me through because I cared. I was invested in your well being, your happiness, and your life. You didn't love me the same. You loved me for my body and for the way I was in bed, the way I reacted to your touch, and the rehearsed words I wanted to hear. Words that held no meaning to you and held all the meaning in the world to me. I loved you until a vine started to grow into my already frail lungs, and I started to cough up petals and blood. I loved you as my lungs became full of plants instead of oxygen I needed to breathe. I loved you as my body deteriorated. I loved you as I drew my very last breath. My crowded lungs no longer able to hold air. At my viewing, my pale gray skin remained decorated with the beautiful petals that started growing from my lungs and outwards. My casket painted with daffodils to remind those around me exactly what caused my demise, that I died because I was loving someone who didn't wish to love me back. And that's it.
Wow. That was deep. That was deep. I I don't know if you can see, but I quickly went and I looked up the
Yes.
correct spelling for that, and I got it up there for you. Even though it was a short poem, I was trying to get it up there for you, but that was deep. And you wrote that 3 hours ago today.
Yes.
So what inspired that? What was the emotion behind that? Or I mean, the what were you kind of thinking about and going through at the time?
So I just ended about a 2-year relationship like 3 days ago. Um, it was good at first, but it started to kind of get bad. Um, I felt unhappy for quite a while. I didn't feel like I was really cared about other than for uh, intimacy. And it was starting to get to the point where I didn't feel protected. I didn't feel cared about anytime I tried to kind of say anything or bring something up that was emotionally bothering me. It turned into, well, what you're doing is bothering me, and this is more important, and all of that. And it just
Sounds
turned bad really quickly. And so
sounds a
I
little
ended that.
narcissistic. Just flipping it back. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand that. I understand that. Well, I'm at least glad that you're out of that. Uh,
Yes.
though breakups are hard and everything. At least you're out of that and you have pushed through to
Yes.
the other side. And now you can move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna look that up again and read a little bit more about it, like the roots of it.
I can kind of like give a brief explanation on
Yeah,
like the
yeah, absolutely.
so Hanahaki disease is fictional Japanese literature, and it's pretty much something that's like from unrequited love where plants start to kind of grow into your lungs. So pretty much you get like flowers in your lungs, you start coughing up petals, and either it kills you, you could get it, or it cures itself through unrequited love or surgery, and that's it. So
Huh.
it's fictional, obviously, but that was kind of like I was thinking about it. I was like, this is kind of like what I want to portray for this.
I like that. I like how you used a metaphor and even like a fictional story, and you took that metaphor. And I mean, I do that all the time. I've written lines about comic book characters, and
Yes.
a lot. I find a lot of it is very poetic and whatnot. Especially, I mean, like I said about comic book characters, a lot of them are based, like, the Hulk. A lot of them are based off of mental illness and people
Yes.
having problems, and and whatnot, and going through it and coming out the other side.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll bring Leanne up here and see if she has any questions or comments for you. Hey, Leanne, how you doing? You got any questions or comments for August?
I just wanted to comment and say that even though you ended a however long relationship, right? Just hang in there, okay? Because obviously, if he started making you feel like you were unwanted and unloved, then he wasn't the right one for you anyway, girl. And you can do way better than that. So just hang, so just hang in there, okay? You got it, girl. You got it, girl.
Thank
There's
you.
always hope for somebody. Don't give up.
I won't.
Absolutely.
Writing,
That's good
writing's
advice.
getting me through it. So
100% good advice. All right, cool. So we are waiting for our third guest to come back in. He was just in here, but I think he's might be having a little bit of technical difficulties. But so while we're waiting for him, I guess that I will do something for you guys here. Let's see. Um, I can do this one for you. Let me pull it up real quick. Um, Kind of just going with the theme of mental health and just knowing what it's like to be in that position and how hard it can be, and just um, knowing that you got to get out of bed, you got to move on, and whatever it is you're going through, a breakup, losing a lost one, you know, I know what it's like, and there are people that out there that know what it's like. So this one is called I Know. I know what it feels like when your heart has been breaking. I know about the anxiety fits and the shaking. I know about the cold sweats when awaking, and I know about the smiles that are no longer worth faking. I know what it feels like when you have nothing left. I know what about that feeling that's caught deep inside of your chest. I know you've fantasized for hours imagining your death. I know you've thought about it in such depth that it eats at you inside, and it's sometimes hard to take a breath. And I know that what you want more than anything is just to finally rest. I know about the fear you feel when you're faced with leaving your home. I know you feel the world would be safer with you on your own. I know about the days when you curl up in bed and you turn off your phone. And I know that you feel helpless and scared, but I want you to know that I know what it feels like and you're not alone. So that's my piece. I will bring everybody up here to ask me questions or comments or anything you would like to ask me. Who would like to go first?
I mean, I thought it was really deep,
Thank you.
honestly. I mean that is by far one of the best ones I've ever heard, by far, and it was really deep, Dylan. I really liked it. It hit home
Thank,
for me.
thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, that's what it's trying to do is reach out and touch somebody that feels the same. So for sure.
Absolutely, that it is
Um,
beautiful, beautiful ass poem.
I love just the fact that it was you reaching out to others. Like, I know how you feel. Let me like reach out and like help you and like relate to you and things like that, because that's something that I think people don't understand, like quite like how much it means for like to know that you're not alone with something. Like
yeah,
people like they kind of get stuck in this cycle whenever they're going through mental health problems. Like nobody gets it. Like nobody really truly gets it. And so it's important for people to like hear like you're not alone.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's. I mean, that's what I say at the beginning of every show. Is you're not alone. There are people that care. There are people you can talk to. You know what I mean? And there are people that know what it's like. You might not feel like it, but there are people that know what it's like. They're You just have to look. You have to reach out, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Is at the same time reach out and give someone else a hand. When you give someone your hand, you get their hand back, and you kind of help each other. So
Yes.
yeah, absolutely, 100%. Well, thank you guys for your input and your comments and questions. Um, we have Mr. Cage C. Caleb. He was on here just a minute ago, but he cut out again. So I'm hoping yet again he'll pop back in for us. Um, while we're waiting, just give me 1 second here. Um, while we're waiting, I suppose that I guess we'll have Leanne go, if you're okay with that.
Yep, sure am.
All right, cool. So, what's this next piece you're gonna hit us with?
This one is called Miss You, and I
What's
wrote
that?
it for. It's called Miss You,
Okay.
and I wrote it for all my loved ones that's dead and gone.
All right. This is for the this one's for the homies. This one's for the ones up there.
Yep,
All right.
straight up.
I'll drop myself out here. Let you get to it.
Ready? All right, here I go. How do you say I love you and I miss you every day? Why did you leave me here in this fucked up place? You know you made my day, that I got to hear your voice and see your face. I miss those days. All the others are cold and gray. I miss you every day. Will I ever be okay? I'm waiting to hear what you say, but no words come my way. Silence all across the way. How? What did I do or say for you to be called to fly high and away? I never thought it would ever come into play. Still wondering every day. I'm still lost and I miss you and love you way more than words can say. I guess that's the best way. Talk to them even after they fly away. I feel a little better each and every day. That's all I can really say. Tell them you love them every day and how I wish you could have stayed. And that's it.
That was deep and emotional and a wonderful tribute. Um, that was fantastic. When did you write that?
I wrote that last year, November 5th. November 5th.
Oh, okay. And was that after the immediate loss of a loved one, or?
No, it was just like it was right after I came back home from California and I actually got sober and started thinking, about my life and like my daughter and like all everybody that I've lost, you know what I mean? And it's just, man, I miss them every damn day, and it messes with me a lot, but going strong, still going strong.
Yeah, 100%. I know what that's like, and I know how hard it can be. I mean, the stuff that I've written about loved ones passing away and whatnot, it definitely didn't come right afterwards. There was some healing first, and I've written stuff since that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff tucked in the vault that I might not show to anyone, but uh, it's good. It's part of the healing process, and it's good to get it out there as part of the healing process. Um,
Right.
Necessary. It's 100% necessary. For sure, for sure. I'll bring August up here and see what she's got to say about it.
I once again don't have any questions. I was going to ask like what Dylan asked, like when did you write it, and if it was after like immediate loved one passing. Um, Once again, it's one of those things. Like again, like it needs to be talked about, and it needs to be like uh, I'm struggling to like think of the word. Um,
Brought into the light, and yeah,
yes.
yeah, absolutely.
It's
Already.
It needs
yeah.
to be seen,
We
seen and
want it with
heard.
kids whenever we're kids. they don't discuss death. You know what I'm saying? They don't discuss people dying and all this and all that whenever you're a kid. You know what I'm saying? And it
Right.
just so happens you grow up and something happens and then you're like, whoa, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What? I
Like,
didn't
how
know
am I
this
supposed to
happened.
cope with this?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know this was going to happen. Like, what the fuck? And then you don't have no pictures, and then you have no videos, and then you don't have, you know what I'm saying? And then you're living in regret for the rest of your life, wishing you did have pictures and videos. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, that's, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
100%. 100%. Well, thank you for again for giving your feedback. Um, we are still one member short, unfortunately. So I guess we're gonna have to keep going around in a circle, which brings us back to August. And while August is doing her poem, I will attempt to get our artist up here, our third artist up here. So August, what is the name of your second piece tonight?
It's called Kune Kune. It's another Japanese thing and also a thing I wrote a few hours ago. Uh, I went on an entire poetry spree like a few hours ago.
Can you tell me how to spell that? Oh, never mind. I found it. I got it. All right. Well, I will drop myself out of here and let you get to it.
Awesome. The rice fields in Japan were a fun place to play. They used to be, anyways. My siblings and I run around, barely paying mind to the plants growing around us. I almost didn't notice it ahead. This thing. Something that I knew wasn't there whenever we first arrived, but now stood there. Its white sheet like body wreathing around in the winds were blowing around, and yet there were no wind. There was no wind. Its gaze held me there. I was frozen, lost within the sight of this thing that just stared right back at me. I wanted to know what it was, what it wanted, how it suddenly appeared, or if it was just some sort of scarecrow I simply did not take notice of before. There was popping, the popping of my joints as my body started to move on its own, moving without my mind giving it permission to move. Following the strange waving limbs of the creature, there was a strange voice and even stranger laughter, rambling nonsense words and phrases, things that would get the most normal person labeled deranged. It was only my siblings shouting in absolute horror that made me realize that the voice and laughter was my own. Now I'm in a room, a padded white room. Nurses and guards come in day and night to give me medicines that do nothing to sedate the constant raving in my body and the nonsense rambling and laughter. They look at me with fear, with pity, with confusion. None of the doctors know what was wrong with me. They don't know how to treat my sudden sickness. I can't communicate what happened, and all I know is that the creature in the field was at fault.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you for reading that. You said again you just wrote that like 3 hours ago or
Yeah.
like earlier today. That's good. I mean apart from this one thing that I have today because I usually like I said I edit for hours and hours and hours.
Right.
Um, yeah, but that was absolutely fantastic. And again, you were inspired by a fictional.
Yes, it's a popular Japanese urban legend. I kind of like went right back into my urban legend phase. And obviously this isn't from personal experience. I was reading the urban legend and just kind of like how this kind of creature or deity like functions, and it's pretty much like a creature that's like a white sheet creature that if you see it and you're around it for long enough it drives you insane. Like,
I love the fantasy elements. That's my favorite kind of stories, fantasy
yes.
fiction, and I love how you use it as a metaphor and whatnot. Um, I hate to cut your time short. We have our third artist in. I want to bring him up before his camera cuts out again or whatnot. So I'm just gonna do that real quick, and I will catch you again either at the end of the show or if we have time and you'd like to do a third piece, we can do that. I'll just bring our third artist up real quick.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Thank you.
This is just a tour of the way my brain works. Like shattered glass enhanced to project holograms, to see myself third person in 3 versions instead of reflect internal monologue and confused anagrams that stand tall against the wall you probably couldn't comprehend.
It's not awesome.
I'm a fan of my own demise, like contortion rises, then commotion waved in like the ocean causing riptides that suck me in. This mad rush of adrenaline, talking in riddles, forcing static in my ear through a sneer.
Well, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm lagging behind real quick.
It's all right. We can hear you. We're here. What's up, man? You got the kids in the background.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. It's all right. We can hear you. At least you're here. I'm glad we got you. So yeah, dude, I'm super stoked to have you on again, man. I've been wanting to get you on. You've been hitting me up saying you got shit to get off your chest, and I finally got you back up on here, dude. It's been rough, but how you doing? Hello? Can you hear me all right? Or... Oh, we lost him. God damn. I need that technical difficulty sign, man. Just take it up and plaster it right here in front of the fucking camera, or just hold it up. Just do. We'll be back in a minute. Or have like a elevator theme song or some shit. Well, god damn. Well, he's gonna keep trying, man. We're gonna keep trying. I'll go again and I'll read another piece. This is a piece that I wrote just a few hours ago. It's the first time that ever shared something like off the cuff that I just wrote today without. I'm a perfectionist. I go through and I edit it a million times. So this is called "I'm Tired," and it's "I'm Tired" the draft, because I anticipate changing or adding new things to it. So here is what I have so far of "I'm Tired." All right. Let's see. If the thing will load, there we go. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of feeling so lost with no map. I'm tired of being so angry and sad. I'm tired of everyone all on my back. I'm tired of feeling so under attack. I'm tired of just being judged by my past. I try to be good. I don't want to be bad. But these demons I keep, they scream in my head. I just want to sleep. They say go ahead. They tell me it's peaceful and easy if I paint the walls red. And I think I just might. Because I'm tired of trying to tell what is wrong and what's right. I'm tired of ruining days and then boozing at night. I'm tired of trying to stop and then losing the fight. This noose is a nuisance. I can't tie it tight. I'm tired of tying. I'll just use a knife because I feel so useless. I'm tired of life. So that's I'm tired so far. Let's see what people thought about it. Who would like to give me their thoughts and feelings on that one?
Man, I liked it. It was deep.
Thank you.
Feelings.
Thank you.
Feelings. Man, we all have feelings.
Yeah, I was kind of struggling for kind of like what to write, and I wasn't really sure. But I decided I was, I just kind of wanted to write how I feel like, and I was just like, I feel fucking tired. I'm sick and fucking tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of everyone on my back. Like, that's just how I was feeling. So
it's real, man. We all get sick and tired. I'm sick and tired. You hear me? That's real. My phone's on 1%. It's on 1% when my phone might cut off.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. We're getting close to the end of the show anyway. But thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving your feedback. August, do you have any feedback before I wrap up the show?
I think for like you saying that it's a draft, like that's really good. Like it's a really good start. I can't wait to see what more you add to it or how you edit it. Like it's a really good poem.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely was. I was feeling some kind of way today, and I kind of had
They
this little
doing?
book. What's that?
Did you write that today?
Yeah, earlier today.
No, you know, both writing some stuff today. Huh?
I kind of have this
Damn.
little booklet of things that I just little phrases or thoughts or feelings, and I was like, that I'm gonna go back to at some point, and I think it was just one line or something in there, and it was kind of like it might have just been like I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that, and then I just stopped because I didn't know what to write after that, and then I took it from there today, and that's what I usually do. I'll have one line or think of a line while I'm in the shower, and I'll go from there.
Cool. There we go.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate your feedback. It is we're not quite at 10 o'clock yet, so if anyone has a piece they'd like to do, that's awesome. If not, then I can wrap up the show a little bit early.
I was about to say, man, my phone's on 1%. It's about to die.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up then. We'll wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, I hope to have you both on again.
Absolutely.
Thank you both. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
You too.